Gamma with Voyager. This is a CVT guitar lesson for Chris. Chris, awesome choice. Ronnie Montrose. You know, I pulled up, I found a live one, and it was, you know, pretty recent of him jamming it, and it was a close-up. He played it a little different. It was simplified a little bit rhythmically, but actually helped a little bit with transcribing it. He does like a G major 7, you know, the whole, this whole thing, to the A, where live he just makes it like a G. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful song. 6 pages of tabs, standard tuning. And the way I set up your tabs is a little bit different than I normally do for students. It's because the main hook is in there so much. It's like House of Broken Love, which is probably influenced by this. Where it's got this hook with little fillers in between it. So it's self-explanatory in your tabs. So section 1 is the hook, which will be and what that is, you can use your thumb, like the old Hendrix thing. Fret 7 on the low E, and then your index is going to end up barring 7th fret on the D, G, and B. So you got this thing going on, like a B minor 7 happening. But he's separating some things. It's palm muted on the root, which is string 6 twice. Your line is kind of telling you there's a little pause there, but then you'll hit the 7s, and then jump over to an A chord, which is 7, 6, 5 D, G, B, and just let that ring. So that goes on. That's our section 1 main hook. Then I put section 1 is followed by 8 fills, and then for the fills A is what we're going to call it, and we're going to have fills B, C, and D, and then I numbered each filler in between. Some are just 2 notes. As a matter of fact, the first one is, you'll go 7A, hammer 9. There's a lot of pentatonic riffs. Then you pivot back to section 1, and then we'll have number 2 fill, which would be this. It'll be 7 hammer 9 on the D, 7G, 9D. Just hooks right back in. So, and then number 3 is almost the same, but the 7-9 hammer-on is on the A string. So you'll have, for fill number 2, number 3. And a cool thing I think about how I set this one up, it reminds me of kind of the Starlicks that, I don't know if you remember them back in the day. That was one of the methods. Obviously we didn't have the internet at our disposal, me and you, back in the day, so you had Starlicks and Metal Method from Doug Marks. Those were the 2 that were really around on cassette tapes, and they had them in like a fill 1, fill 2, fill 3. So I'm really used to that. You can so basically they're set up in riff form for you already, even though most of these ones are short in this part, but we got a lot of solo in here too. Number 4, 9-7G, and just do a quarter step bend. You can't even really gauge it. You just know that it's below a half step, right? So just for the attitude, half would be, so you split the distance for a quarter. That's number 4. Number 5 is on the B string, 7, 10, 10, slide to 12. Oops. Number 6, 9-7G, quarter step bend again, 9D twice. So a lot of them are similar and some of them are the same. It's an extra hit. Number 7, 7A, hammer 9, 7D. That's so picture right back into the groove. Number 8 is the last one. That's the easiest. You'll go, yeah. Or that's on the D string. That's all that one is. 26 seconds in, fills B. So you're going to see section 1, which is our groove, with some different fills. Although you'll notice some of them from fills A. But so it makes sense in your song. That's, you'll see these tabs, they're all laid out for you. A7, hammer 9. That's it for that one. You'll have right back in. Number 2 is 7, D and G. Use your indexes like a shift or a bar. And then 9D. Real subtle. Number 3 is just 7, 10 on the B. Right back into the groove, right? 7, 9 on the D, slide, that's number 4. Then, this is what I intro this with. You're gonna go. Thumb on 3E. You'll do it 2 times. Here's your G major 7. From the D string down, 5, 4, 3, 2. So you have, make sure all 4 are clear. You have, bring your hand back into the neck, right? Not away from it. It'll make it harder to get the notes clear. So A major, 2nd fret, D, G, and B, and an open high E, and then E, B, G. That goes twice. You'll see the double dots. That's at 39 seconds. 46 seconds, you're back to section 1, which is our short groove. 7, hammer 9 is fill 1, or fill 5, because we're still within the section. And then 6, I just wrote nothing. You're just gonna go. It just rings out through. Then section 2, 52 seconds in. This is really cool as well. You're gonna go. It's awesome. And then back to. Oops. Oops. Awesome. So thumb again on the 3E. Twice, and then 5, 4, 3, D, G, and B. We can use different fingers because we don't need this F sharp. So it's more comfortable with that layout. You'll go rest, hit the root again, and the chord again on the chord. That sounds like this. Root and chord, and then chord, and then whole step up to 7, 6, 5, which is the A major. So it sounds like this. 3, 4, 5 on the E, heavy vibrato. Back to 5, 4, 3, our G chord. Once, and then open A, and then twice on the chord. So it's, and then it's playing kind of the bass melody line here. Open A, and then on the E go 4, 3, 2. I'd use the accompanied fingers there. 4, 3, 2. 4D vibrato, and then you'll go 4D, 2G half step bend. So that's 4D twice vibrato. So it's one more time, a little slower. Okay, top of page 3, minute and 5. We're back to our main groove, section 1. And these are fills C, and there's several of them, 7 or so, within the mix. 7, 9, D. Then back, and you'll go. That's a repeat. 9, 7 quarter step bend G, 9 D twice. Then number 3 goes 7 hammer 9 A, 7 G half step bend 9 D. Reminds me of Great White, big time there. Or Great White reminds me of this. Our groove number 4 comes in at 7 G D and 9. Number 5, 7 hammer 9A, 9D. Oops. And then he changes some up on us here. Number 6 is going to be, it'll be this. 11G, and I'd follow the fingering in your tabs here. And on the B, go 10, 12, 10, slide to 12, and then slide off the 12. So it's... Okay, number 7. 7, 9A, 7G. And then the section 1 groove. And then some changes rhythmically. Walk up is E, F sharp, and G. So it's open 2 and 3 on the low E. And then we're going to transition to the thumb. And back to that major 7. This is a minute 30 in. Our A chord. Back to the 3rd fret low E. Twice. Chord A. Then he does this. It'll be, yeah. So let me take it from that walk up there, right before the minute 30 timestamp. We have, yeah. Back to the groove, and then you'll repeat section 2. That's at a minute 45 in. That's that whole. No, that was the. That whole thing. Next new part is the solo, and this comes in at a minute and 56 in, and it's long. A lot of cool stuff happening. I'm gonna zoom in a little because I want you to be able to see this close up. So B minor pentatonic stuff. Seven, 10, bend. No, 7, 10, 10 bend. 2 more bends, but don't release it until it's deadened. If not, you're going to hear this. We want. Come back, my pick hits it. And then 2 bends. Pick hits it. Bend vibrato. And then a shred riff here, starting with an upstroke. Once again, just, watch your tabs, because sometimes that pick direction is all the reason in the world why you may be struggling with something. Alright, upstroke 7E, down on 10B, pull to 7, and then 9G. And then 7B, and like I said, can't emphasize enough, watch the pick directions. So 9 pull 7G, 9 7 DG. There's riffs within riffs, right? Like this is one riff already. So is this. But just by adding a note each time. There's our 9D, and then we're going to go 7G, 9 pull 7G, 9D, 7 9G, bend release pull off to 7, 9G, bend vibrato. Here's the whole riff, moderate tempo. Oops. It's awesome, one of my faves. Then on the B string again, we're going to go 7, 10, 10 bend. That's the same as last time. You'll go no vibrato this time though. And then starts the same way, but we're going to alternate pick rather than pull off, starting with an upstroke. 7E, 10, 7B, 9G, bend release. And then 799 GDD vibrato. So we have top of page 4. 2 minutes, 10 seconds in on the B string. 7, 10, 12, bend. Yeah. And then 10E, 12B vibrato, and that's up, down. If you go down, it gets you further away from your target. So. E, 12E bend, and then bend, release, pull off to 10, and then 12 vibrato. Then go 10, 12, 12, bend, yeah, and then 12 vibrato. This is really cool. Love this stuff. 10, 9, 10, and then we got this stuff.